All right, we're moving along with the teardown here. Got the front end off. That was incredibly easy. I'm used to working on brand new cars, being a fleet tech for a big rental company, and working on these old cars is so much easier. I mean, like, what, 2 hours, got the whole front end off. Another hour or two, got the engine out. So we got the front end off, got the engine out over there. This engine was rebuilt a couple thousand miles ago, so I don't have to redo anything internally. I am gonna probably paint it black. I'll put new valve covers. I'll probably do a Holly Sniper EFI kit, stuff like that. Dress it up, make it look all nice, but nothing too crazy. It's an old truck. I'm not hot rodding it or nothing. Got everything out here. Makes the front end a lot easier to get to. I'm gonna get some 96 or so, up to 96, probably like 90, 96 F150 front suspension. Take out the I beams, all that. Put the new ones on. I'll just go to the junkyard. I'll get the beams out all the way to the rotors off a truck there. Swap them in. They bolt right up. So that'll all be new. Steering's a bit sloppy. It's an old truck, so I'll be replacing the steering box, all of that. Clean up all of this stuff. Probably, I don't know if I'm going to get a new heater box and all that. I might just clean that up. There's Maverick over there making noise. Get a new master cylinder, all that, make everything look all pretty. Gonna clean up all the frame, throw some port 15 on that, replace all the lines. Basically everything will be brand new. Probably gonna be taking a break for a month or two now because I'm kind of at the point where I need to start spending money on stuff, and just had twins and all that. So I'm not at a point where I want to spend a bunch right now. So probably a month or two, I'll start getting going on it. Nothing on this truck's really expensive, so it's not going to take a long time. And the engine was pretty much new. Just dress it up, clean it up, make it look good, all that. Yeah, we're moving along here. Surprisingly, very easy on these old cars. I don't work on old cars too often. I did restore a 57 Buick, mostly done, but then I had a kid, so I had to sell that to a guy in Australia. Bought that, but I had the whole frame off that car, everything, every nut and bolt, everything off it. So I've done this stuff before, and it's incredibly easy working on these old cars compared to what I'm used to. So it's actually kind of fun because I'm not fighting everything and not being able to fit my hands in everywhere like these new cars where there's no room to do anything. On this, I can just jump basically in the engine bay and stuff. I mean, I had the whole front end off in 2 hours. So yeah, we're getting everything good. I don't know, anybody that does this stuff probably already knows stuff like this, but one little thing I like to do, like at work when I'm taking stuff apart, I'm like, I'm a master tech. I throw the bolts on the counter, whatever. I know where it goes. But this truck's going to be apart for quite a while, so just so I remember, I like to take everything in I do Ziploc bags, and I just label where stuff come from. So, a year, 2 years from now, when I go to put it back together, everything's labeled. I label everything on here, even though, like I said, I'm a master tech. I know how the stuff works, but just to make things easier, so don't forget anything. So it goes back to the real quick. I label most things, wires and whatnot. Just keep it fresh from when I put it back together. That's a little trick. I don't know if it's a trick, just kind of common sense. But if you're doing something like this and you're not a tech, that's something that can help you out a lot. Label everything, so when you're putting it back together, you remember. Because right now you're like, oh, I know where it goes, but if it's a year, 2 years from now, you might not remember every little wire, everything. So nice little tip there. Hey, Maverick, say hi. Hi, Maverick. No, he has autism. He doesn't talk too much. He likes to come out here with me, watch me work on it. When I pulled the front end off, he'd come into the garage door, open the door, and go, "Oh my God," and close it back up. My other daughter, she's 13, she's like, "You gotta remember how to put it all back together." I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. But we're getting there, kind of at the point where I have to spend money now. So we're gonna be kind of at a standstill for a bit, probably, because I don't want to spend a bunch right now. But none of the things too expensive, so it won't be long, and we'll get back at it. Catch you then.